Hello, hello, good morning. We got such good reviews on the last time we were reading together. Let's do a little bit more. Today I am reading, we're going to continue our same book, The Spook Who Sat by the Door. If you're just now joining us, we're on chapter 4. And let's get a little bit of reading and relaxation in for the day. Okay? Let's do it. Thanks for joining me. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and also check my Amazon wish list so that you can send me a book that you would like me to read to you. Early morning, Freeman would drive his second-hand Corvair to the big building, descend 3 levels, unlock the door of his office, and begin work. He ate the cafeteria just often enough not to appear aloof. The rest of the time, he would bring his own lunch in his briefcase and eat in his windowless room, listening to rhythm and blues or jazz from the Negro radio station in Washington on a transistor radio. He was the top secret reproduction section chief, and being the only man in the section, he was little more than the highest paid reproduction clerk in Washington. Nevertheless, he was the only Negro officer in the CIA. He was promoted after a year in his cubbyhole. He had been making a run of 200 in a 3-page report dealing with the methods of bribery of Central America Union leaders when there was a little knock on the door. He stopped the ditto machine, wiped his ink-stained hands on a piece of waste, and opened the door to the General Secretary, Doris, a tall, golden girl from California with big breasts she considered a gift from the gods. Dan, the general, needs someone to give a senator a guided tour of the building. Do you think you can handle it? I usually do it, or one of the other secretaries, but we're up to our ears getting ready for the closed budget hearings next week. And if you don't think you can do it, say so and I'll try to get someone else. I think I can handle it. Good, then we'll go right up to the general's office. She was standing very close to Freeman. When she turned, she allowed one of her jutting breasts to brush his arm. She sat on the edge of his desk while he washed his hands in a basin in the corner. Don't you like me? Why do you ask that? He said. Well, you don't seem very friendly when you bring up top secret documents to the office. Sometimes you don't even seem to know that I'm around, she pouted prettily. Well, said Freeman carefully, it's just that I have a great deal on my mind. The responsibility of running the entire top secret reproduction, you know. I want to make good, and sometimes I'm preoccupied with my duties. You know how it is. Actually, I think you're very intelligent and attractive. Everyone says so. To be the general's executive secretary at your age is quite an accomplishment. All the other brass have secretaries who are much older. I'll try not to be so preoccupied the next time I bring some things to your office. He put on his coat, held the door open for her, and she brushed him again as she passed. He turned out the light and checked the door carefully to see that it was locked. They walked to the elevator, and he pressed the button to summon it. You're very ambitious, aren't you? She said. Yes, I want to be the best reproduction section chief they've had here. Oh, but you are. Everyone says what a good job you're doing. Much better than everyone expected. You know, I'm ambitious too. I don't want to be a secretary all my life. I've applied for lateral entry into the officers' corps. And if I pass the oral exams next year, I'll get an overseas assignment. I'm sure you'll pass. The elevator arrived and they entered it. He pressed the button for the top floor of the building. Well, I hope so, she said. I'll probably start out under embassy cover, you know, handling cryptography and administration, but I hope eventually to be an operative agent. Oh, she's flirting. They in here flirting. Oh my gracious sake. Has anyone ever read this book before? The Spook Who Sat by the Door. If you have read it, be reading along with me. But okay, I see where we at with it. They're flirting with each other. Um well, I'm certain you'll be the prettiest spy wherever they assign you. They left the elevator, Doris managing to brush him again, and walked to the double doors of the general suite's office. They entered, and Doris settled herself behind the desk in the outer office and waved to the door behind. Go right in. Dan, the general, he's expecting you. She thrust her breast against the powder blue cashmere sweater she was wearing and was smiling to herself when Freeman walked to the door of the general's office. He knocked on the door and entered. The general waved him to a chair next to his massive desk. Sit down, Freeman. Been hearing good things about you. Like being with our team? Yes, sir. Good. I think you know the building and the agency pretty well. Think you could take a group on a guided tour? As you know, we don't give many tours around here and are not staffed up like some of the other publicity hound agencies. It's the Senate committee, or most of them, and we try to keep them happy if we can. Think you're up to it? Yes, sir. Good. Then report to Morgan. It was a group of 3 senators and 3 congressmen. The senator to whom Freeman owed his job was among them. Senator Hennington was pleasantly surprised to find Freeman his guide. He knew that the rest of the group had flunked out, but as long as there was one Negro, the CIA was integrated. The senator considered it another victory in his long battle in the field of civil rights. He was pleased to be faced with the fruit of his efforts. This gentleman, our communication center, the nerve center of the agency, it operates around the clock, receiving and sending messages from and to the far reaches of the earth. If the communications for one day were laid end to end, they would reach to Denver and back to Washington. The center, of course, operates around the clock and it's fully protected down here from anything except a pinpoint direct hit of an H bomb or at least 100 megatons. The entire city of Washington could be destroyed, and our communication center would continue to operate, carrying out its vital task as watchdog of the communist conspiracy. Okay. Thanks for tapping in with me for a little while and getting a little bit of your daily reading. We're in chapter 4 of The Spook Who Sat by the Door, and we've read pages 40 to the beginning of 44. Will I see you here next time? Comment and let me know. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.